5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Future of digital innovation in finance. 2025. ASEAN, Republic of Korea, Financial Cooperation Forum.
Ladies and gentlemen, please return to your seats. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the ASEAN-ROK Financial Cooperation Forum 2025 at the Fairmont Hotel, Jakarta. My name is Chantik Irianto, and I am honored to serve as the Master of Ceremony for today's event. At this 2025 ASEAN-ROK Financial Cooperation Forum, we warmly welcome you to join us as an essential part of our continued collaboration towards a stronger and more sustainable financial cooperation between ASEAN and the Republic of Korea. Today marks another important step in our shared journey, and we are honored to have you with us as we move forward together. Firstly, I would like to greet our distinguished guest of honor, Mr. Mahendra Siregar, Chairman of OJK, Financial Services Authority, His Excellency, Mr. Jang-keun Lee, Ambassador of the Republic of Korea to ASEAN, His Excellency, Dr. Kao Kim Hourn, Secretary General of ASEAN, Ms. Natalcia Cipriano Coelho da Silva, Permanent Representative of Timor-Leste to ASEAN, and Mr. Park So-dok, Embassy of the Republic of Korea, Charge d'Affaires the Interim. And all esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today. The forum aims to deepen our financial partnership by focusing on digital innovation and collaborative strategies. Together with co-hosts OJK and AMRO, we seek to build a more inclusive and resilient financial ecosystem for this region. Ladies and gentlemen, before we move forward, please allow me to outline today's agenda. Our program will begin with opening remarks to be delivered by the Honorable Mr. Jang-keun Lee, the Ambassador of the Republic of Korea Mission to ASEAN. This will be followed by the welcoming remarks from Mr. Yasuto Watanabe, Director of AMRO, which will be presented via video message. And next, we will review the first congratulatory remarks by Dr. Kao Kim Hourn, the Secretary General of ASEAN. And finally, the second congratulatory remarks to be delivered by Mr. Eog-weon Lee as the Chairman of the Financial Services Commissions of Korea. And finally, the keynote speech to be delivered by Mr. Mahendra Siregar, the Chairman of OJK. So ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the overview of the opening session. And now, with great pleasure, we invite you to join us as we begin our first agenda item. So to begin our series of official opening remarks this morning, please let us welcome. It is our great honor to invite the Honorable Mr. Jang-keun Lee, Ambassador of ROK Mission to ASEAN. To the Honorable Mr. Jang-keun Lee, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Excellencies, distinguished participants, colleagues, friends, and ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor and pleasure to welcome you all to the 2025 ASEAN-Korea Financial Cooperation Forum. Good morning, everyone. Selamat pagi. 안녕하십니까? Allow me first begin by expressing my deep appreciation to our distinguished VIP guests. First, our sincere gratitude to His Excellency Dr. Kao Kim Hourn, Secretary General of ASEAN, for being with us today this morning. As a strong supporter of ASEAN-Korea partnership, his presence and support for this forum underscores the importance ASEAN attaches to closer financial cooperation between ASEAN and Korea. I also extend special thanks to His Excellency Mahendra Siregar, Chairman of OJACA, for his pivotal role as our co-host today, and for Indonesia's strong leadership in promoting financial stability, innovation, and inclusion across this region in this digital age. Thank you, Chairman Mahendra, also for coming. I remember I worked with you last year for the same forum, but this year it's good to have you, not just as our chief keynote speaker, but also as co-host. And it is really our honor to partner with OJACA in convening this forum. We are also grateful to the AMRO, ASEAN Plus 3 Macroeconomic Research Office. The new director, Mr. Yasuto Watanabe, will soon have this video congratulatory message for us. And thank you very much for your partnership and collaboration. And I also warmly thank all participating institutions from ASEAN and Korea, and our esteemed speakers and moderators who will guide today's conversations. This ASEAN-ROK Financial Cooperation Forum is a flagship program of the ASEAN-Korea Financial Cooperation Center, AKFCC, which was established under the ROK mission to ASEAN in 2022 with a vision to build a bridge transforming our diplomatic will into practical technical collaboration between ASEAN and Korea in financial sector. After the successful inaugural forum last year focused on the role of financial institutions in advancing sustainable finance, this year we are turning into how we can harness digital innovation in finance to build a more inclusive, resilient, and sustainable financial ecosystem. Across our region, digital transformation is no longer just a concept. It's the daily reality of our people. It is the small traders in a provincial town accepting payments via QR code. It is the young professionals managing investment on a smartphone. And it is the migrant workers sending their remittances home instantly at a fraction of the old cost. For ASEAN, home to a young, tech-savvy population and rapidly growing digital economies, digital finance can be a powerful engine for financial inclusion and thriving businesses, in particular MSMEs. However, this rapid shift brings new challenges as well. As ASEAN accelerates negotiations on the Digital Economic Framework Agreement, DEFA, the need for harmonized standards and interoperable systems has never been more urgent. This is where Korea and ASEAN partnership can deliver tangible result and value. I see 4 specific areas where our cooperation can make a difference. First, cross-border payments and connectivity. ASEAN is a global leader in payment connectivity, as seen in the Regional Payment Connectivity, RPC, initiative and Project Nexus initiative. Korea is eager to contribute our technical experience to this ecosystem. By working together on interoperability, we can make cross-border payment cheaper and faster, directly boosting tourism and also trade and business. Second, regulatory sandboxes and innovation. Today's first session, led by OJACA, focuses on regulatory outlook. Innovation needs room to breathe, but it also needs guardrails. By linking our regulatory sandboxes, we can allow fintech startups to test solutions across borders, scaling their innovations from Jakarta to Seoul and beyond. Third, digital finance for green transition. Digitalization is an enabler for sustainability. Digital platforms can now tag green projects and assess credit risk for MSMEs using alternative data. Through our joint research, we can develop blended finance models that direct capital exactly where it is needed most to the green transition of our small businesses. Fourth and last, cybersecurity and operational resilience. As finance moves to the cloud, our risks move there too. No regulator can fight cyber threats alone. We must deepen our collaboration on information sharing and capacity building. Initiatives like the ASEAN Cyber Shield, which Korea is supporting through ASEAN-Korea Cooperation Fund, are excellent examples of how we can protect our digital infrastructure together. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, this forum is more than a technical conference. It symbolizes the trust, friendship, and joint determination between ASEAN and the Republic of Korea to shape the future of finance rather than merely react to it. The topics we'll cover today, from regulatory outlook to balancing innovation and stability, and finally, innovation and sustainability in a digital context. These are central to our collective prosperity. As ambassador of the Republic of Korea to ASEAN, I want to reaffirm Korea's commitment to being a long-term, reliable partner for ASEAN in this journey. We will continue to invest in this partnership, not just in words, but through concrete action and collaboration across our public and private sectors. I encourage you to take full advantage of this forum to challenge assumptions, explore new ideas, and build the partnership necessary to take this insight forward. The conversations we have today can help shape policies and initiatives that will ultimately benefit millions of people across our dynamic region. With that, it is my great honor to officially open the 2025 ASEAN-ROK Financial Cooperation Forum. I wish you all a very productive and engaging and inspiring day of dialogue. Thank you so much. 감사합니다 and terima kasih.
Thank you very much for the valuable opening remarks, the Honorable Mr. Jang-keun Lee. We now move to our first welcoming remarks. As the main co-host of this forum, who will highlight ASEAN's capability in leadership and commitment to financial innovation, the welcoming remarks will be delivered by Mr. Yasuto Watanabe, the Director of AMRO. So please direct your attention to the screen for the video remarks.
Good morning, Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure to welcome you to the 2025 ASEAN-Korea Financial Cooperation Forum. Although I'm unable to join you in person, I'm truly honored to participate virtually and deliver these opening remarks. Let me first thank our co-organizer, the AKFCC and OJK, for their tremendous support in bringing this event to life. This collaboration reflects our shared commitment to financial innovation and deeper regional integration. My sincere appreciation also goes to our panelists and participants for contributing your time and insight. This shared commitment to regional integration also echoes the recent discussion I had with Bank of Korea's Governor Jang-keun Lee during his visit to AMRO last month. We exchanged a valuable perspective on the progress of regional operation under the ASEAN Plus 3 finance process framework. With this spirit of cooperation in mind, today's forum turns our attention to the future of digital innovation in finance, a timely and compelling theme. Digital transformation is reshaping financial systems worldwide, and ASEAN is at the forefront of this wave. This momentum stems from the regional young, tech-savvy population, rapidly expanding e-commerce, widespread mobile connectivity, and governments that actively foster innovation. Together, these drivers have made the region one of the world's fastest growing fintech markets. At AMRO, we have been monitoring this evolution closely, especially how digitalization is reshaping financial services and payment systems. As a trust policy advisor to the ASEAN Plus 3 economies, we work with our members to ensure that this transformation supports inclusion, stability, and growth, not just efficiency. Government across the region view digital innovation as a powerful enabler, broadening access to finance, mobilization systems, and stimulating healthy competition. Today, you will hear about some of these developments. Rapid digitalization, including the rise of digital banks, have broadened financial access, boosted competition and efficiency, and elevated customer experiences. Long queues at bank counters are fading into memory as transactions now take place instantly on mobile phones. Payment systems too have advanced significantly. Indonesia's QRIS enables seamless purchases with a simple QR scan and is now linked with fast payment systems in Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore, and Japan. In parallel, Korea is expanding cross-border QR payment with ASEAN. The Indonesia-Korea QRIS trials are now underway, with full rollout targeted by 2026, next year. The region is also thinking more ambitiously. Initiatives like Project Nexus aim to connect multiple fast payment systems through a single hub and as an internet of payment. Imagine transferring money across Asia as effortlessly as sending a text message. Alongside payment connectivity, tokenization has gained momentum. In just 6 months since February 2025, global stablecoin use for payments has surged by 70%. Stablecoins are fast, low cost, and increasingly used for remittance and small business trade, especially in ASEAN. But innovation also brings challenges. As systems and players emerge, liquidity can fragment and compliance standards may diverge. Smaller banks and SMEs could face higher costs and risk being left behind. At the same time, coordination gap can widen as technology like AI, blockchain, and quantum computing push financial systems into uncharted territory. Looking ahead, building a future-ready fintech ecosystem will require solutions that are open, resilient, and inclusive. Achievement this required balance. We must embrace diversity and innovation while ensuring interoperability and stability. The goal is not to choose one system over another, but to make them work together. Allow me to highlight 5 priorities we move forward. First, ensure interoperability. Develop common standards that link fast payment systems, central bank digital currency, and private sector innovations. The second, strengthen the regulatory cooperation, align effort on anti-money laundering, capital flow, and stablecoin supervision. Third one is promote local currency use, expand settlement framework to reduce foreign exchange mismatch risks in trade and investment. Fourth, deepen public-private cooperation. Integrate the private sector innovation into regional financial architecture. And lastly, enhance resilience. Build redundancy and safeguard to protect against a cyber attack or geopolitical disruptions. Technology will shape the future of the ASEAN Plus 3 financial ecosystem. This makes it even more important to build systems that are connected, innovative, and secure. Our region has a unique opportunity to lead this transformation to show that digital finance can be both inclusive and stable, both diverse and interoperable. Once again, welcome to the forum. I wish you all a productive and engaging discussion. Thank you very much. Thank you.
We now proceed to our congratulatory remarks. We are honored to present a message from our collaboration partner, His Excellency Dr. Kao Kim Hourn, as the Secretary General of ASEAN. To His Excellency, the floor is yours.
Your Excellency Lee Jang-keun, Ambassador of the Republic of Korea to ASEAN. Your Excellency Mahendra Siregar, Chairman of the Indonesia Financial Services Authority. Your Excellency Eog-weon, Chairman of the Financial Service Commission of Korea. Mr. Lee Young-jik, Head of the ASEAN-Korea Financial Cooperation Center, ambassadors, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all. Thank you for the opportunity to address the 2025 ASEAN-ROK Korea Financial Cooperation Forum. I'm grateful to the mission of the Republic of Korea to ASEAN for convening this gathering, which reflects the depth of our commitment to building a more inclusive, resilient, and prosperous future together. The economic partnership between ASEAN and Korea continues to strengthen year after year. The ASEAN-Korea Free Trade Area, AKFTA, has catalyzed remarkable growth, with the total merchandise trade growing by more than 70% over the past decade to reach over $208 billion in two-way trade. Meanwhile, Korean foreign direct investment into ASEAN has surged by 103.5% to $7.6 billion in 2024. As ASEAN's comprehensive strategic partner, Korea has played a vital role in advancing our shared priorities. With ASEAN progressing towards the ASEAN Community Vision 2045, and with the adoption of the ASEAN Economic Community Strategic Plan 2026-2030, we find ourselves at a pivotal moment. Now is the time to deepen our partnership to ensure both regions remain competitive, resilient, inclusive, and prosperous as the global economic landscape evolves. Financial services represent the most transformative pillar of the digital economy, with emerging technologies such as AI, cloud computing, and fintech driving unprecedented innovation. The substantial conclusions of negotiations on the ASEAN Digital Economy Framework Agreement, DEFA, in 2025 has laid the groundwork for a united, legally binding framework to govern our digital economy. The 2025 ASEAN-ROK Financial Cooperation Forum arrives at the right moment to renew our commitment and identify new pathways for collaboration in this sector. This year's theme, the future of digital innovation and finance, captures our shared vision to harness digitalization in promoting financial integration and fostering financial inclusion, particularly for vulnerable and marginalized communities. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, against this backdrop, financial integration and cooperation between ASEAN and Korea require a paradigm shift in our regulatory frameworks and certainly regional partnerships. We must ensure that the increasingly digital financial sector remains beneficial and inclusive, especially for the financially vulnerable and marginalized groups. Allow me to highlight three areas as a new focus for ASEAN and Korea financial cooperation. First, leverage ASEAN's progress in advancing seamless cross-border digital payments to expand financial inclusivity. As I speak, 61% of ASEAN's payment transactions are digital, with projections indicating these will reach 73% by 2030. ASEAN has successfully established 26 bilateral QR payment linkages, and P2P fund transfers are now operational both within ASEAN and with key partners, Korea, Japan, China, India, and Hong Kong. In the first half of 2025, QR payment transaction volumes increased 190% year-on-year, while P2P fund transfer volumes grew 41% year-on-year. These figures demonstrate not only the potential, but also ASEAN's determination to achieve seamless payment connectivity that will deepen financial integration and foster inclusion across the entire region. I encourage Korea to sustain this momentum and expand its participation in cross-border digital payment connectivity between ASEAN and external partners. I welcome Korean businesses to collaborate further with ASEAN counterparts to maximize the use of new digital technologies, ensuring that regional payment systems remain affordable, secure, reliable, and efficient for consumers and MSMEs alike. Second, strengthen collaboration and sustain engagement among stakeholders, governments, financial service providers, and fintech providers to promote financial inclusion, especially for the vulnerable populations. Accelerating digital financial technologies enhances connectivity and financial access for all stakeholders. Building on various regional initiatives, ASEAN continues to engage in policy dialogues, exchange best practices, and conduct studies to promote digital financial literacy as a strategic means of ensuring no one is left behind in an increasingly digitalized economy. ASEAN is currently developing a digital financial literacy, DFL, core competencies framework to help policymakers identify key attributes that reflect sound financial decision-making and design target programs for relevant stakeholders. I invite Korea to engage in productive dialogue with ASEAN's financial sectors, regulators, and policymakers to explore ways to accelerate the digital financial literacy agenda, I think especially for our entire ASEAN community. I also encourage Korea to leverage mechanisms such as the ASEAN-Korea Financial Cooperation Center to consider projects that could help ASEAN harness fintechs and innovative solutions to expand access to financial services. Third, support initiatives for ASEAN and Korea to collaborate on fostering appropriate regulatory framework reforms and building capacity to address emerging challenges in financial services, thereby strengthening trust and confidence in the digital ecosystem. As ASEAN becomes more deeply embedded in the digital economy and digital financial services, security risks, particularly financial scams and fraud, have grown increasingly sophisticated. The 2024 ASEAN Policy Toolkit for Unlocking Responsible Digital Payments revealed that 52% of digital payment users had experienced money theft, while 72% had encountered at least one form of online scam involving digital payments. This is very serious. In response, ASEAN financial regulators and banks have agreed to collaborate on developing a regional ecosystem to combat fraud and scams, integrating both pre- and post-scam mitigation strategies in order to address evolving threats. I strongly encourage Korea to partner with ASEAN in combating digital fraud and scams, not only through promoting digital financial literacy, but also by developing appropriate safeguards, mitigation measures, and recourse strategies. With Korea's expertise, I'm confident that such collaboration will protect consumers and vulnerable populations against fund loss and data breaches, build trust and confidence in digital financial services, and ultimately sustains ASEAN's momentum toward financial inclusion. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, I want to emphasize the significance of ASEAN-Korea cooperation in advancing our digitalization and financial inclusion goals. I reaffirm our shared commitment to seizing these opportunities and guiding our region towards a future defined by inclusivity and shared prosperity. Thank you, and wish you all a productive and successful forum. Thank you.
Thank you very much, His Excellency Dr. Kao Kim Hourn, for the valuable message of collaboration. We continue with the second set of the congratulatory remarks. It is a great honor to introduce the Honorable Mr. Eog-weon Lee, Chairman of the Financial Services Commissions of Korea. May we invite everyone to direct their attention to the screen for his forthcoming video.
안녕하십니까. 금융위원회 위원장 이혁원입니다. 제2회 한-아세안 금융협력포럼 개최를 진심으로 축하드립니다. 이번 행사 개최와 관련하여 주 아세안 대한민국 대표부 이장근 대사님, 아세안 사무국 까오금 후운 사무총장님, 인도네시아 금융감독청 마헨드라 시레갈 청장님, AMRO 야스토 와타나베 소장님을 비롯한 한-아세안 금융협력센터 관계자 여러분들의 노고에 깊이 감사드립니다. 한-아세안 금융협력포럼은 한국과 아세안 금융당국 간 정책 공조를 강화하고 공동 관심사에 대한 논의를 정량하는 것을 목표로 작년에 처음 개최되었습니다. 올해는 제2회를 맞아 디지털 금융혁신, 영내 금융안정, 지속가능 금융 등 아세안과 한국이 공동으로 당면한 주요 과제들을 중심으로 더욱 실질적이고 미래지향적인 논의가 이루어지는 뜻깊은 자리가 될 것입니다. 세계 경제와 금융시장이 급변하는 가운데 아세안은 현재 가장 역동적으로 성장하는 지역 중 하나로 실물 경제뿐만 아니라 금융 부문에서도 한국의 중요한 파트너입니다. 특히 AI, 블록체인, 핀테크, 국경 간 QR 결제 등 디지털 금융기술은 아세안 금융시장 혁신을 가속화하고 있으며 디지털 경제 프레임워크 협정이 타결되면 아세안 산업구조가 한 단계 더 도약될 것입니다. 이러한 변화는 단순한 기술의 발전에 그치지 않고 아세안 경제의 효율성과 포용성을 강화하는 새로운 성장의 발판이 될 것으로 기대됩니다. 한국은 이러한 방향에 공감하며 아세안과 정책 경험을 공유하고 금융협력을 더욱 강화해 나가겠습니다. 오늘 금융협력 포럼이 한-아세안 금융협력을 위한 건설적 논의의 장이 되기를 바라며 참석자분들의 지혜를 모아주시기를 부탁드립니다. 감사합니다.
Now we will continue with the next. We invite Mr. Mahendra Siregar, Chairman of OJK. To Mr. Mahendra, the stage is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good morning to you all. Ambassador Jang-keun Lee of the Republic of Korea Mission to ASEAN, Dr. Kao Kim Hourn, the Secretary General of ASEAN, Excellencies, Ambassadors, Head of Missions, ladies and gentlemen, it is a privilege to join you this morning at the 2025 ASEAN-ROK Financial Cooperation Forum. Allow me to extend my sincere appreciation to His Excellency Ambassador Lee Jang-keun, the ASEAN-Korean Financial Cooperation AMRO, and all partners who have made this forum possible. Last year, in the inaugural edition of this forum, we reaffirmed that the financial sector holds a central role in promoting sustainable, inclusive, and resilient economic growth across our region. Today, we meet again with the same commitment, but with an even sharper focus on the future. How digital innovation can strengthen the foundations of our financial systems and enhance the well-being of our societies. This forum is very timely. Digital transformation is reshaping a significant part of our economies, from how households access financial services to how firms raise capital and manage their risk. The pace of change is accelerating, and the implications are both profound and far-reaching. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, across ASEAN and the ROK, we are witnessing the rapid expansion of fintech, digital payment, digital banks, tokenization, and blockchain solutions, as well as AI-enabled services, digital assets, and new forms of cross-border connectivity. These developments bring significant opportunities in the form of greater efficiency, broader financial inclusion, wider market access, and more dynamic competition and innovation. At the same time, however, the region faces equally important challenges: regulatory fragmentation, uneven digital literacy and financial inclusion, cybersecurity vulnerabilities, scams, frauds, and various illicit activities, including widespread, what we now face very much in Indonesia, cross-border online gambling. That eroded the trust and confidence of the financial services and countries' sovereignty. These unintended developments require stronger cross-border coordination and more effective law enforcement. These certainly are structural issues that require long-term but urgent closer cooperation rather than short-term fixes. For Indonesia, the 2023 Financial Sector Development and Law, Financial Sector Development and Deepening Financial Services Law has expanded the mandate of OJK to include digital financial assets and crypto assets supervision. This mandate reflects our belief that innovation must be governed responsibly through strong prudential oversight, clear consumer and investor protections, and sound market conduct and governance. This approach is consistent with our broader objective, ensuring that technological progress reinforces, not undermines, financial stability and public trust. On the other hand, the same law has also mandated OJK to supervise fully market conduct of all financial services companies. And as part of the consumers and investors protections mandates, OJK coordinates activities of 21 national ministries and institutions against scam and fraud, as well as illegal investment activities, for which we have just set up an anti-scam center. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the theme of this forum, the future of digital innovation in finance, captures an essential direction for ASEAN-Korea cooperation. Digital innovation should not be viewed simply as a set of new tools or business models. It represents an opportunity to build a financial ecosystem that is more resilient, more integrated, and more capable of supporting financial health and people social welfare. To achieve this, 3 strategic priorities are essential. First, responsible innovation supported by strong governance. Regulatory sandboxes, innovation hubs, and cross-sector engagements, as I understand will be discussed in today's session, are very important mechanisms, but they must be anchored in clear principles, transparency, accountability, and the protection of consumers and investors. Second, regional and cross-border coordination. Digital finance operates across borders. Fragmented rules or inconsistent standards increase risk and limit innovation. ASEAN and Republic of Korea can lead by strengthening regulatory dialogues, sharing supervisory practices, legal enforcements, and deepening technical cooperation. This should include strong commitments to fight illegal activities within respective countries and cross-border risk. And third, capacity building and knowledge sharing. The AKFCC, established in 2022, has played an important role in strengthening capacity across ASEAN's financial institutions. This collaborative effort must continue and expand. Capacity building is essential, not only to keep pace with innovation, but also to ensure that its benefits are distributed evenly across our region. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the program today reflects the breadth and the depth of issues we must address together. Among others, current developments in digital assets and their regulatory outlook, innovation in banking and the balance between agility and stability, ASEAN fintech trends and ASEAN-ROK cooperation strategies, AI growing role in transforming banking and tokenization and the future of securities financing. These are not abstract topics. They shape the future architecture of our financial systems and the opportunities available to our citizens. The presence of policymakers, regulators, academics, and industry leaders in this forum underscores our shared responsibility to anticipate risks, design effective safeguards, and support innovation that benefits all. The ASEAN-Korea partnership has grown steadily over the years, supported by trust, mutual respect, and shared aspirations. Korea's strong presence in Indonesia's financial sector through banks, capital market institutions, and technology companies continue to enrich our ecosystem. Our collaboration is not only bilateral, it is regional in scope and increasingly multilateral in its impact. This forum is an example of how collective action can help address emerging challenges, strengthen resilience, and open pathways for sustainable growth. And for that, OJK remains committed to maintaining open and structured communication with our ASEAN and Korean partners, deepening technical cooperation with international institutions, and supporting joint initiatives that strengthen the digital foundations of our financial landscape. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, digital innovation will certainly remain a defining force in the years ahead, but its impact will depend on how effectively we align innovation with stability, inclusion, and trust. With that spirit, I hope today's forum will generate meaningful insights, deepen our collective understanding, and produce practical pathways for advancing responsible digital finance across our region. Again, I thank His Excellency Ambassador Lee Jang-keun and all partners for their dedication to this important initiative. I wish you all a productive and inspiring program. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Mr. Mahendra, for the invaluable insights. Mr. Mahendra, please remain on the stage for our group VIP photo session. So now we would like to invite the following VIPs to come to the stage for our group photo session. I would like to kindly invite Mr. Jang-keun Lee, Dr. Kao Kim Hourn, Ms. Natercia Cipriano Colio da Silva, Mr. Park Soto, Mr. Anong Herlianto, Mr. Young-chik Lee, and Mr. Bambang Mukti Riyadi to please take your positions on the center stage. To the documentation team, you may get ready to capture our brief group photo session. Perfect. On my mark. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. On my mark. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Wonderful picture. Now, for the second photo session, the VIPs, please remain on the stage. I would like to invite the moderators and speakers of today's forum to join the group photo. The moderators and speaker of today, please head to the stage to join the group session. On my mark, 3, 2, 1. Okay, perfect. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much, distinguished guests and your excellencies. You may now return to your seat. That was a wonderful group photo session. Thank you for the cooperation. We now would like to proceed to the next session of our program.